have joined us multiple times on the radio and on air. This time, first remote in our new remote system for the convenience of being anywhere. And you have the book sale coming up, which probably has you everywhere. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, we have a storage unit and we have people calling and we pick up or they meet us. And we also have barrels at the two senior centers, Ludington and Scottville. And they seem to be filling up every week.
Right.
So we're the storage unit's getting full quickly.
Well, and you have so with our conversation today, it's really twofold. It is the collection of books that is still going on up to a kind of a certain date, I would assume, because you try to organize and categorize them and all of that. But the second part of that is then the big book sale, which is such a huge success every year. It goes to a great cause, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes. But let's start on the first part of it, the collection of the books for the AAUW sale that comes our way June what?
Oh, well, we've been collecting for the last year,
Okay.
and when we get to the church on Wednesday morning with hundreds and hundreds of boxes of books, the mass sorting is all done Wednesday and Thursday from 9 until we decide we can't sort anymore. And then the sale starts on Friday. And we have a lot of our members volunteer to sort, but then we have a lot of community members who love to read books and love sorting, and we welcome them, and they love coming to help us.
Well, and for clarification for our listeners, that's coming up what next Friday, right? Not this Friday. You're still collecting
Oh,
at this point.
we will be collecting at the senior centers until the Friday for the sale, the week before. We will be collecting, and people can call either my number or the other number that we have. And if they can't get to the senior center, we meet them, or they meet us at the church, or they meet us at the storage unit. We work with each person because sometimes we're cleaning out houses, and sometimes it's only. I always have to say how many boxes because my car only holds about 15 boxes.
Well, you'll get your exercise for sure, picking up all of those boxes, and you're still looking for volunteers to help out that week as well.
Yeah.
Take us through that for a moment so that we can put that volunteer call out.
Okay, for the week of the sale, we need volunteers to help us sort Wednesday and Thursday. Then they can also help Friday during the sale, 9 to 5. And Saturday, the sale is 9 to noon, and then we box up and we donate the books to 5 different locations. So we do that and dispense the books that day. And we also need volunteers, a group of strong kids, um, boys or girls, doesn't matter, um, to help us move the books from the storage unit. We have trucks to the Methodist Church. And then we also go to the windowsill bookstore downtown where they are storing some for us as well. So I need about maybe 4 or 5 kids to help. We will pay them on Wednesday morning and then meet at the Methodist Church. And then we have trucks, and then we will run to the storage unit and to the store downtown, windowsill.
Okay.
And then on we also need help on Saturday. Hopefully the same kids that get to know us would come back at about noon on Saturday and then just help deliver the books we're donating at the end of the sale.
Okay. And so that we don't confuse our listeners too, that the sale is that June 19th. It's that Friday, June 19th. So you've got a couple of weeks to ensure that you have the volunteers in place, that you have enough books. And I say enough books. What is the number that you try to collect each year? What is that look?
Well, we skipped we skipped 1 year. When we skip 1 year, we sorted last time. We have one of our members who maps out and ballparks the number. We sorted last time 15,000 books.
Okay.
This time, I'm looking at what I have. I'm thinking maybe 10 to 12,000 books to be sorted on the tables by category at the church.
That's a lot of books, and I was thinking, before I asked that question of you, is that you've been, the sale has been around since the '60s,
Mhm.
and the idea that each year or every other year, and there's some years that it didn't happen, I would assume, but that throughout this whole span of time, there's always enough books to collect for this sale.
Yes, there is.
That's great. No, and there's a reason for that too. I think when you put the word out there that you're looking for books for this annual sale, and people realize, which many do, what it goes for, they're willing to say, you know what, I think we can part with those books there. And so take
Mhm.
us through that process and what the sale goes to.
Okay, all the money, every dime of the money goes to our scholarship fund, which is used for students attending, high school graduates attending a 4-year, university. And we give each student $1,000, and we typically give 4 each $1,000 scholarship each, every year. And we take applications from Mason County Eastern, Mason County Central, Ludington, Pentwater, and Manistee, because we are the Ludington area branch of the AAUW, and that includes that area.
That's fantastic. That's great.
Mhm.
For anybody out there that has not been to the sale before, to be able to give away, $4,000 in scholarships, you aren't marking these books up or putting a premium on them. People can get some really good buys.
Yeah. Yeah, the we're holding our price with it's kind of been a standard with AAUW, because book sales with AAUW is a giant fundraiser. And we're selling the hardcover books $2, paperbacks $1, kids book 25 cents, and it varies with the kids a little bit. But if we get some really nice coffee table books, like Todd and Brad read photography books, we do mark those up a little bit. We call it the coffee table books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, makes sense. Makes sense. And for anybody that maybe not into reading, there is other options there too. You collect other things,
Yeah.
or at least in the past, like CDs and different things, right?
Yeah, yeah. People still actually look at, believe it or not, the old Beta and VHS. We actually get some of those, and people still have those machines working, believe it or not. And we have CDs and DVDs, and albums are back now. And,
Yeah.
record players, you can now find them. And so we actually get some of those too.
Yeah, and those are hot items for sure, records, and you
Yeah.
can find some really good finds out there, and do you
Mm.
find this, by the way, if you're just joining us, we're talking with Patty Otto, from AAUW, and I wanna talk a little bit about the organization itself, so that people understand about it, but, over the years, I mean, you've been with the group for a while now, has there been kind of those gems that come out of there, the items that you're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe, somebody donated that," and it's one of the early items to go.
Yeah. Yeah, there are people that come to book sales and shop because, they are collectors or they are marketing them or whatever. And so usually, that's why the line is so long when we first open the door on Friday at 9, is because the serious, book shoppers they're there, and they're there with their phones, and they're, looking and scanning, and, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty neat. How many people do you really see go through there? There's a lot, obviously, with the line,
Um, we were ballparking it at, I don't know, 3 or 400 people, maybe.
yeah,
Hundreds of people, looking at 10 to 15,000 books sorted on tables.
Yeah, yeah, and there's a lot of
Mhm.
work that goes into it, but it's such a great cause, and the AAUW, if people don't know, has been around for a while. Take us through the organization if you don't mind.
Sure. Actually, the local branch, Ludington area branch, is 90 years old this year. So we have been around since our branch is 90 years old. Nationally, AAUW has been around 144 years, Michigan 104 years. And our local branch, we have, we were large, we had more membership at one point, but right now we're in the 20s and all college graduates, and we're from all over the United States. And our local branch has done many, many things over the years, starting in 1936. They did plays, they did reading at the library, they helped fund opening college, they've done many, many good things besides, the scholarships, which we started in, let's see, we started the scholarship program in the 1992.
Okay,
So
so
we have been giving scholarships for 34 years, for local students.
and in your feelings on those scholarships, when the students receive that, it's $1,000, which can make an impact on anybody's
Mhm.
education, from books,
Yeah.
dorms, and everything else that comes along to it, which
Mhm.
kinda when I said books a moment ago, it's kinda neat because the sale of books can help these students with their books and buying new books and other
Yeah.
things in college, so it kinda comes full circle,
Yeah.
um, and you see that it's a very important part of, AAUW and giving back to the community.
Yeah. Yeah. When we get the applications for applying for our scholarships, um, we see the cost of what it is for the kids to go to a 4-year college university, and It's, it's very, very scary. And so I always say any 1,000 you can give a kid is 1,000 less that he's gotta find somewhere
Yep,
or take out giant student loans.
yep, good point there. The book sale takes place on the 19th of
Yeah.
June.
Mhm,
And it's at the United Methodist Church,
mhm,
off of Bryant.
mhm.
Doors open at, I think you said 9 a.m. a few moments ago. Is that right?
9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on
All right,
Friday.
and that's
And
the first day, but it's a multi-day sale. Is that right?
Saturday, the next day, 9 a.m. to noon.
Okay.
And on Saturday, we bargain. We give better deals on Saturday when we're trying to get rid of some, more books. But for Friday, the prices I said earlier are pretty much what we do.
So there is the idea, find the good, although I'm sure there's great books still till the end,
Oh,
but
yeah,
find them on Friday as much as possible and then, see what's left, but people love to read, people love to collect in many
yeah.
cases, and I would assume that some books recycle back in a year or 2 later after somebody has
Uh, yeah.
done.
Yes. Yeah, we have many readers who come in with their list of on Excel or in a little binder or whatever by genre and author, and they come in and they have a favorite author and they'll say, "I'm looking for this book," and we have maps when you come in the door that tell you what tables are, what categories, and in some cases where authors write hundreds of books, we put them all together if it's the same author.
That's great. So let's prioritize as we get closer to wrapping up some of the
Mhm.
needs. You have a priority, which is still book collection, I would assume, and help in getting individuals to help you sort. Is that kind of the top two notches there?
Yeah. And then also, some kids to help us move the books from the storage unit and the windowsill bookstore, to the Methodist church.
Okay. All right. So let's make sure that we push that need out there. And so if any of our
Mhm.
listeners or viewers know, and it could be a family, it could be a group, it could be
Yeah,
anybody. It just needs some.
A family of, or neighborhood group of kids that say, "Hey, let's do this." Let's do this, and it gives them an opportunity to communicate with a bunch of people that are real avid readers. I feel like we're a positive influence every time we do this on the kids that help us
Yeah.
with reading books.
Yep, and there's some cash for their pockets as well.
Yes,
An
there is.
opportunity.
And we usually feed them, and we try to take good care of them.
Pretty good. It is the annual sale coming up on the 19th. We're excited about it. You usually get down to pretty there's not a lot of books that go back into storage, if I remember.
Yeah, storage units are expensive now, and we try to, not keep paying rent on storage units. We don't wanna, we donate, and we have several places that take them, and they're very excited to take them.
No, that's great.
So,
Good to hear. Anything that we forgot to talk about this morning in regards and I know I don't think we've said it at all in our conversation. For those that are out there, AAUW stands for.
the American Association of University Women, the AAUW started on a national level, because a group of ladies got together and decided, I think I want to go to college. I think I want to go to work. I think women should have the right to vote. I think women should have equal pay for equal work. And AAUW, that's what we're all about. We're just fighting for our equal equality in the workplace, and on the pay scale, and not discriminating against women.
Yeah, it's great, great, and there's been um, so much that has come from that effort and achievement. But there still is more to do.
Yeah,
And
oh, yeah, women still make at this point, on average, 83 cents for a man making a dollar for the exact same job.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
unfortunate. It's that should not be that way.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
and hopefully each day we get closer and closer, and we try to create that awareness out there.
Mhm.
And you do as well with the group, with the AEW. And I think two things that should come from this segment as well is you'd mentioned that you have members, so meaning people that are interested in being a part of your organization. They could find out more information right there at the book sale,
Yeah.
or calling the phone numbers that we have on our
Yeah.
Facebook pages for more information. Uh,
Mhm.
Also, for those that are interested in applying for the scholarships, where do they go to apply for them? Is that in the schools in general, or is there another resource we send to them for applying for the AAU scholarship?
We network with the counselors at the schools, and then we get in their database, and the students just go right in there, and the form is in there, and they fill it out, and then it submits, and it actually comes to our scholarship committee. There's 3 or 4 of us that get together and figure out, who the recipients are.
That's great. Well, we look forward to another successful sale coming up on the
Mhm.
19th of June, 19th, 20th of June, 2 days sale. And if you missed any of this information, it's right there on our WMOM Facebook page. I know we have it in the fridge magnets, I believe already, actually, or it's getting ready to start there. So people will be able to hear
Mhm.
it throughout the day on both Mom FM and our Hot Country Hits 99.9. Uh,
Okay.
and if there isn't anything that we've missed, we appreciate you joining us. But I'll leave the last word to you. How's that?
Um, what the whole theory of the book sale is we're raising money, but at the same time, we want people to read, all ages. We want little kids, and when they're tiny, start reading to them, and we want people reading until they can't read. And or then you'd go to audiobooks.
Yeah,
So we have those too. So we want to strongly encourage, keep yourself educated, keep yourself reading, and and support women in the workplace, and treat us fairly. And
absolutely, absolutely. and moms and dads can pick up quite a few of the kids' books there, as you
Yeah,
mentioned a few minutes
yeah,
ago.
we get a lot of kids' books, and the gal who sorts them is a retired school teacher, so her section is like a library. It's beautiful.
That's awesome. Well, Patty, we appreciate you taking some time with us this morning, and
Mhm.
always come back and tell us about the book sale or other events that AAUW is doing, and
Mm.
however we can support you and the group. Okay.
Okay. All right.